Good morning, good afternoon, where you're at in this world, and welcome to Z1 Randomizer for this game 2 of Sterling Glide versus Neo Kefka. I am Terran Nightblade, and the booth with me is Bort, and on tracking is Sin Nightblade, and our restream is Crump. How you doing today, Bort? What are you looking forward to today?
Oh, I'm doing well. Just looking forward to a fun, interesting race. Hopefully this should be a good one.
And where would you like to see them start today?
Well, I'm not one of those guys that wishes punishment on them, so I'd look for them to start somewhere in the middle of the map. How about you? What are you thinking?
I like a little shenanigans once in a while, so I wouldn't mind seeing them start in the desert.
Yeah, the desert's okay with me. That's kind of in the middle.
And we're starting near Vanilla Start.
Okay, not too bad. A lot of open caves here to look at.
And we do start with the wood sword and 8 bombs, so we can also get all these bomb spots here. And the white sword item will always be the book in these flag sets.
There's the magical sword. A little early for that, though. Nice to see it close to your start, though, so you can come back and get it very easily.
Agreed. Ooh, 53 for the candle, but 5 ruby bombs is nice.
Well, and there is a free candle out there when they find the wood sword cave, since we started with it.
And 31 for mid, not too bad.
Oh, that's beautiful.
132, large.
Yeah, that's enough for the candle if he wants to go back, but I guess not yet.
And we had a door repair.
So it looks like Neo Kefka is going to go back and get that candle.
Yeah, that's smart thinking. You're right here. You don't know where the wood sword cave is. Grab it while you can.
Okay, actually maybe not. He's walking past there. I guess just wanted to save the money.
Yeah, it looks like Link-A-Lot is heading for the... oh, there's the blue candle for Link-A-Lot. Heading for Death Armos. And Death Armos doesn't take any.
Yep, that's 1 heart closer to Mags, and these Mags is only at 10 hearts, so it's very nice to find those.
Yep, and the book is locked behind 4 to 6.
Alright.
And Kefka just bought his blue candle.
We found the Any Roads on Sir Link-A-Lot's side. Fairly decent spread.
Yeah, not too bad. Alright, I need to step away for 1 moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, Neo Kefka found his Take Any. He got the heart there. He's going to go ahead and save. Oh, Sir Link-A-Lot has found the hints. In these flags, those hints are going to be helpful, so you definitely want to buy them. I don't know if he's planning to save and come back or what. Only 3 on the small secret, so pretty good on the medium and large, but only 3 on the small. Oh, and there's the wood sword cave where we would have got our free candle. A little late now, though. Another large secret for Neo Kefka. He's going to have max money now. Meet the merchant close to start. That's just a hint for the magical sword, which we already found.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Not too much. Kefka got a second large secret, so he's got max money. He's heading out to the forest now, it looks like, and Sir Linkalot's going up to the grave.
Fair deal. Thank you very much. And we find level 6 in the forest.
Not really the level you want to find first, but it is what it is. Okay, 6 and 7 are right next to each other in the forest.
And Lincoln says Triforce out of 8 immediately in the Patra room.
And another heart for Neo Kefka. Well, the only other thing you missed, actually, is that Sir Linkalot did find the hints up on Death Mountain next to one of the Any roads, but he did not buy them.
Okay, looks like we're not buying them just yet.
Personally, I'd be making my way back there to buy them this early, because it lets you know which dungeons you don't need to really search, but they could also be worthless, you never know.
I missed what the coast item was.
Power Bracelet on the coast, and then level 9 was right there in the coast cave. So we found all of our higher dungeons, 6, 7, and 8, and 9, but nothing lower yet.
And Kafka's got his 6 heart. He's guaranteed that book when he finds it. And
Yep.
Linkalot finds 2 at the Armos by the grave.
Okay, we're finding a lot of levels now. There's level 5 as well. Enemy set here in 2 looks pretty easy so far. Looks like Neo Kefka wants to find that Armos item before he starts going in any of these dungeons, and I agree with that.
Yeah, prioritize your Armos. You never know what you can find, either a wand or Betty White. You never know.
Looks like it must be in the Lost Hills Armos at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think it's in the Lost Hills Armos.
There's the heart in level 2. Ooh, and Neo Kefka takes a death there. It's gonna put him back to start. Gleeok lurks along the coast.
So we know
So I
level
guess-
4 is along the coast.
Yeah, it must be somewhere in the northeast, because that's the only coast we haven't seen yet so far, I think. Or maybe the raft spot that's out there.
Ooh, raft block. That'd be dirty.
All right, and there's the recorder in 2, so he just needs the Triforce, and 2's done.
And
There's the
Kefka's
other
finding
hints. Yeah, Magic Boomerang in 1. Ladder in 6. Play a melody to obtain the Magic Boomerang. That's either going to be a level that's blocked by the boomerang, or the item in the dungeon will be blocked by the by the recorder. I mean,
Yeah, it could be Dig Dugger blocks. Though I wouldn't mind seeing Recorder late gameplay. I don't think we've seen any of them during the Rookie Rumble, and here's level 3.
looks like he's going to pirouette that door on the left open. Okay, he takes out the Dig Dogger. Let's see if that was anything. Just a key. But he was at 0 keys, so it's a nice key to find.
Indeed, always finding keys early in a dungeon is very helpful.
Neo Kefka here is going to find these other hints that we saw earlier on the other side. So a heart container is ladder blocked. Play a melody to obtain the raft, so the recorder is going to be possibly needed for multiple things. Okay, it sounds like the power bracelet is also going to be needed.
Not necessarily, because the grave can be considered a feat of strength too, and we found level 8 at the grave, I think.
Oh, 8 was at the grave. Okay, yeah, so that could mean it was an 8 as well, yeah. Okay, I imagine Neo Kefka is going up and getting that Armos item now.
Yeah, what would you like to see in the Armos item?
Oh, well, maybe the wand. Yeah, that would be nice to find.
Looks like Kefka's going to do the northeast first before he hits the Armos item.
Well, let's see if he finds level 4 up here, because if it's not in one of these last few spots up here, then it's going to be raft blocked.
And Kefka just gets the book. That's going to be very helpful, guys, all the maps. And
There's
the
the
boomerang in 3.
Okay, so Kefka did find 4 up there, so it's not raft blocked.
And that is an interesting shape of level 4.
Very linear. You're going to need keys to go through here, most likely.
Pancakes, not too hard, but very tanky.
Okay, that room was a possible push block, I thought. Did he try to
It
push it?
was. I was thinking the same thing. Why didn't he try pushing that?
There's a ladder block, though.
And Link's got his Triforce out of 3. He's got a 3-0 Triforce lead right now.
Now 3-1. Yeah, it looks like he missed
Sorry,
that
go ahead.
room, and hopefully it's not an important item.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just hope it's a close race like last night. I don't know if you watched last night's race. It was really close. It was a 30-second differential on the race last night.
Yeah, that's very close. Looks like now maybe we could be in for the same thing. Just kind of depends what happens in the next 20 minutes. Alright, seems like we're gonna finally get that look at the Armos item. While Starlink-a-Lot's over here clearing Candle Row. Hey! It is the wand, I called it.
Commentator's blessing here.
Okay, hint for the book, but we already found it.
The letter under the waterfall is very nice to find.
Alright, so Kefka's gonna go up here and clear this cave, and then I'd like to see him probably up an A and go into level 6. That's where we got the hint the raft or the ladder was. That's where I would go.
Indeed. And Link-a-Lot just bought those hints, so he has knowledge of 6 and 1.
Now, he only bought the one set of hints, I think, right?
Yeah, he did. We're getting our first look at the southwest corner on Kefka's side.
Well, we did see this on Sir Link-a-Lot's side. This is where the wood sword cave is down in the next one.
And a blue ring purchase for Kefka, a nice call.
Okay, looks like Link-a-Lot's gonna buy those other hints now. These ones not as useful as the first set. Well, except for that hint for the bow. I guess since he found 8, that could lead him to going to 8. possibly the bow's there. And it looks like Kefka's going to find 8 here momentarily, and he also got that hint, so he should be searching for the items in here, I would think. Oh, no, just going to skip past it.
The paper quarter lake is required. It is for
It
level
is.
1.
So what were the hints? Play a melody to obtain a couple of things. Magic
The
Boomerang
boomerang and the raft.
and the Raft, okay.
And Kefka finds level 2, which he knows. He doesn't know the recorder's in here, but it'll be a good find for him.
There it is, though.
And then Lingalot just got the raft.
I guess Kefka is going to keep looking for the heart. And we find Whiz Robes. That's your sign to just go ahead and take the Triforce and leave, I think.
Yeah, especially you're out of bombs.
Oh, he's going to spend a key, though. I wouldn't do that for the heart. But there it is right there, at least.
That 1 and 2 maps look like they go together.
Yes, got some very similar elements. Okay, Triforce and 2 for Kefka. And another take any for him. He's going to save now. Maybe now he's going to go to 6 for that ladder? Not yet.
Have we seen an arrow shop at all yet?
Yeah, we did see one somewhere. It was like 70 rupees, maybe? I think it was the same shop where Neo Kefka bought the blue ring.
Okay. So that's southwest corner then.
Yeah. Okay, there's the Triforce and 1 for Sir Linkalot, so that's 4 Triforces to 2 at this point. But neither one has found any of the most important items, being the bow and the silver arrows, yet.
Now, are you the type to dig dungeons until you find the silvers, or do you gamble at 9 when you get close to 9? Get close enough to go to 9?
In these flags, where you know it's in the stair, certainly in the smaller dungeons, I'm gonna look around, at least until I can find the stair and see what's there. In the bigger dungeons, maybe not. But, you know, anytime you can get it to where it's at least 50-50 and 9, I probably would go to 9.
And Kefka's finally in 6.
Okay, there's an early compass, so now you know you can just search for the push block and get your item, and then you can go straight to the Triforce. Actually, could be right here.
If that's the case, it'd be a quick 6.
Most likely the transport, but you never know.
Yep, this is transport, and they're both in 6, actually.
Kefka does have the advantage of having the book right now that gives him all the maps. Okay, this could be it. Yep, there it is. Alright, so now he can head right out of here.
Yep, he was going blocked.
Oh, he's gonna have to up A, yeah, to get out of this room. But there's Sir Link-a-Lot right behind him, getting it as well. And there's his Triforce. Sir Link-a-Lot does have a little bit of a Triforce lead here, but Neo Kefka's got the book and the wand, and we'll see if that's enough to help him catch up.
Yeah, and he has additional firepower with that wand as well.
And the blue ring.
Yeah, I forgot about the blue ring.
Buys the bomb upgrade. It's pretty expensive, but at least it was +4.
It's worth it, as long as it's not below 2 or 3.
Does have to be a little bit careful in case we need to buy those arrows, though, because he's used up a lot of the money now by buying the blue ring and that.
And Sin, our tracker, is telling me that he found all the large secrets as well.
Yeah, that explains how he had another 100 and some rupees at that point.
The game's got jokes. You are here, hint.
And that old man blocks any travel farther north, so we're probably going to need to find the transport to get up to the northern part. It must be over to the left from the entrance to this dungeon. I think I probably would have went up and down before I went left there to spend my last key, but this looks like it's probably the transport.
Yeah, but he burned his last key.
Yeah, Link-A-Lot does have a little bit of a key advantage right now. And Link-A-Lot finds the bomb hole even without the map, so that's good for him. Okay, Kefka's collecting a few keys here, though. He's back to 2. Some
This-
blue Wizrobes, though. The first ones we're fighting, I think.
Yeah, and this might be the item room too.
Could be. Still a lot of rooms left in
Oh.
here. I might have saved that for later.
That's a bad death to take right there.
Yeah, much better idea to use the strategy that Sir Link-A-Lot's using here and stay in the door for protection.
Indeed, a very good strat.
Ooh, can't afford another hit, though, on Green Tunic. Looks like that is the... Well, actually, this is a segmented dungeon. Yeah, that just is going to go to the segment.
Yeah, the one off.
So as bad as that death was for Kefka, it actually sent him off in the right direction. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to bomb left in one of these rooms. Okay, looks like Link-A-Lot is going to go ahead and leave the dungeon.
Nice bomb drop.
And then this is the item. Sienna Key. Useful, but not necessary.
Well, considering how many keys were bad for Neo Kefka, that's not a bad find.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy to find it, definitely. Just a few more rooms left here in 7, so he's going to be finding the Triforce pretty soon. While Sir Link-A-Lot's going to go and check out this raft spot. But it's just a potion shop. Oh, look at that, though. The segment has the Triforce. So not only does he need to clear that blue Wizrobe room, but then he needs to kill the Patcher once he gets there.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
Maybe come back with the magical sword. You only need one more heart for it now. Yeah, because he never actually cleared that other room, he doesn't know that it's the transport either. Because this is going to be nothing but a waste of your bombs.
Yeah, I think he realizes that it's that wizard room now.
Yeah, but I think he's making the right decision to say, you know what, I'll come back and get that later. He's still got 5 that's not very far from here, which is, I'll probably head over there. Hopefully you can get the next heart in there, and then you can up A, save, and get mags. But looks to be going the other way. Oh, gonna refill his life, I guess.
Both runners 1 heart away from mags.
I think Link-A-Lot's about to be going into 5 here. I think this is where it was.
That's a triple segmented 5.
That's what you love to see when you finally get the map. And Sir Link-A-Lot finds the next heart, so he's mags eligible now. Just needs to go back and get it.
These wizards are not playing nice for Kefka.
Well, he got a few bomb hits on them. Hopefully that's going to be enough, but he does still need to kill that Patra on the other side, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's about to be in have a rude awakening right now.
Indeed. Probably get hit right away. It's not really the nice place to come out when there's a Patra in the room.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably having a not so friendly language for Z1 randomizer right now.
Yep. Unfortunately takes the death there.
And to answer a question in chat, yeah, he did.
Yeah, Link-A-Lot, he didn't have the wand, and he doesn't have the blue ring, so there wasn't a lot of hope to win that fight, I think, for him.
This could be the item here in 5. Nope.
Just another transport. But also, I don't think Sir Link-A-Lot got the compass, so he didn't know that it was worth killing the Patra anyway, either. Well, Kefka buys a potion, Seems like he might just be going back to 7 again. But I still think it makes more sense to go elsewhere, come back with mags. Make it a lot easier on yourself.
And Lincoln's not doing too bad on this patcher with 2.5 hearts. Oh, I had to say something.
Oof. No more hits, and he's alright. Good kill. And 40 gets the red ring. I'd say that was worth it.
Yeah, that's a very nice find.
And there's the try in 5. Yep.
And I think unfortunately Kefka's spending way too much time in this 7 just to get the Triforce.
I agree. Like I said, I would have come back with the magical sword. Getting this Triforce now doesn't really do anything for you. You've already gotten the item. But at least with the potion here, he should be able to at least complete it this time.
He did clear that room a lot faster and a lot cleaner this time. He's got more health.
Well, that's what happens when you have the potion. You don't need it.
Which one?
And like Sin was just telling me, at least it's not the Expando Patra.
Yeah, that would be a lot harder to fight in this room where you can't move. And he burns the Triforce. Well, it looks like Linkalot went over and picked up the power bracelet, so we'll see if there's any use in that. And he gets his wand, finally. He would have liked to get that before 43 minutes, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So Linkalot confirms Raft is dead.
Yeah, he just hasn't found level 4 up here in the northeast corner yet, I think, but he will shortly. And get his book as well.
Indeed.
He buys the meat, in case. He does have the money for it.
Bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
Well, unlike Kefka, he didn't buy the blue ring, so that's an extra 230 rupees that he has to play with.
That's fair.
Can't quite get the ladder clip, so he's going to try to go around that room, I think. And there's his heart. So now they both can get mags whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm surprised Linklaw didn't up an A to get his mags.
Yeah, me too. Especially when, if you have the white sword, maybe you don't prioritize it, but with the wood sword, yeah, I'd go there right away.
And this is the room Linklaw's in that Kefka didn't push.
Right, that's right. Yeah, let's see if it's anything.
Oh no, it's a compass.
Oh,
so that's why I didn't push.
So that's why he didn't push it. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe he was right on that when it appeared and we didn't notice. Okay, so Kefka gets the Triforce in 5. Is he gonna leave? No, he goes back in. See, this is a dungeon he could leave and it wouldn't really hurt him because it's the ring and he's got the blue ring.
Yeah, I mean it's buried up there in the top half, and he doesn't know it's the red ring. He's looking for the bow. He's looking for the silvers.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's a little bit behind now, and it really would have been to his benefit to save some time here. But Sir Linkalot got past the bait block there, so let's see if the item in 4 is anything valuable. Should be in this room. Just the Coast Heart. So even though it is bait blocked, it's just really not necessary to beat the seed.
Let's hope Kefka doesn't go back to 4 to dig that out, because he got the Triforce already out of 4.
Yeah, at 47 minutes, still needing 3 Triforces. I think he probably skips it, but I don't know for sure.
No, this is the red ring room, if I remember correctly, for Kefka.
Yeah, this is it. And that was nicely done there with the wand and the sword. To answer a question in chat, yeah, Mags has been located. It was right near where they started, 2 screens away, I think.
And Sir Linklaw just grabbed his mags.
Yeah, looks like he's going back to 8 to get the bow that we suspect is in here. Well, in fact, the bow has to be in here at this point.
Right, because important items can't be a 9, and bow is considered an important item.
Right, and we've found the item in every other dungeon, it looks like.
We're just missing Betty and the silvers in the bow.
So they've got to be in 9 then. Did we get one of the items here in 8 before?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we don't know for sure the silvers are in 9 yet then, because there's also the red candle in the mix somewhere that we haven't found. Okay, Kefka probably going to get mags here. What he really needs to do after this, though, is go over to Recorder Lake and find level 1, because he still hasn't found it.
Yeah, it's the only dungeon I think he's missing right now.
And he got the hint, to play a melody. I know it's not a guarantee that it's at Recorder Lake. It could be a block in the dungeons, but it's worth checking.
They pull out up to 7 keys, so keys not going to be an issue for him right now.
Alright, looks like Kefka is heading to 8 now. Or not. Just going back the other way.
No, he's prioritizing those the push spots because he didn't realize that the grave could be a push spot. He's still looking for level 1.
But he did find level 8 and just turn around and leave. Earlier. Okay, at least he found level 3. So that means he's found all the dungeons except for 1 at this point. Eight's not making it easy for Sir Link-a-Lot, so Kefka can catch up if he just takes this try and goes. Because all there is to find in here is a boomerang.
This could be a push block room that links in.
Kefka's got to drink first half of his potion.
And we have Betty in 8, so the Bowen is in 8, Betty's in 8. Silver's and Red Candle are in 9.
Now, Sir Link-a-Lot does not know that, though, because he did not find the any key in 7, right? So he still has that as one of his outstanding items.
He does, yes. But
I can't.
Last night's raid. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I wouldn't normally go back and dig 7, but he does have to go back for the Triforce anyway, so maybe he will look around for the item when he's there.
Yeah, because I was going to say last night he gambled Silver's in 9 and he got burned, so.
Oh, yeah, that could make him think twice about it for sure. Okay, Kefka decides to take the Triforce. So he's only 1 try down now.
And there's the bow for Link-a-Lot.
Yeah, he just needs the Triforce in 7. He can go into 9. We know that the Triforce is not blocked by anything except combat in 7. Could take him a little while to find it, though, because that certainly isn't going to be the first path you try to go on.
No, yeah, he doesn't know it's in the one-off room.
But once he finds that compass, he'll head straight there. Okay, looks like Kefka now is finally going to go back into 8. He needs to get the try and the bow out of here. Okay, that hint should also help him figure out where level 1 is. Now let's see if he goes back in. Maybe he has not interpreted the... Yeah, I think
Oh,
perhaps
no.
he has not interpreted the hint properly. Or that is kind of like an annoying hint where you don't have any place to mark it down on your tracker, so you can forget about that kind of hint. At least if the hint just tells you bow's an 8, you just mark down on your tracker that bow's an 8. But when it's, feat of strength gets you to the bow, you have to write it down or remember it.
Yeah, I know that's a confusing hint for a lot of runners. Even veteran runners still question that hint because they've been asking Fred to kind of change that hint if possible.
Okay, Kefka gets the raft, but we know at this point you don't need that. He even knows that you don't need that. He's found everything at this point. Sir Link-a-Lot certainly racking up the keys, but hasn't yet found that compass. Okay, so he finds the any key, so now he knows the silvers are in 9. Alright, and Kefka has found the raft and the boomerang there, so now he just needs the try out of 1.
Yeah, Kefka doesn't know about the bow and 8 right now. He might go back to 4. He didn't get the item out of 4 yet.
Yeah, that's true. But if he remembers the hint, there's no way 4 could have the bow. Just whistles right back to where he was. Let's see. But it does look like he's trying to whistle to 8. If that took him to 1, this one will take him to 8.
Yeah, good call on his part.
He's got to find it quick, though, because Sir Link-a-Lot is on the hunt here for this Triforce. All he needs to do is clear this room and the Patra, and he's got it. And he's got his pathway into 9.
Yeah, but level 9 can do 9 things. That's why it's called the Great Equalizer.
Certainly can. It's a lot easier for it to help you if you don't come in 5 minutes behind, though.
True.
And I can't recall exactly how long, but it took Link a little while to find this bow in here.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's under the E, a little lower under the E in a level.
Okay, well, that transport did take Kefka up in that direction. Okay, let's try to remember 1 hour and 1 minute and 10 seconds or so for Sir Link-a-Lot. We'll see how long after that Kefka gets in there.
So, Bort, what are we looking for here in level 9?
Well, like always, you're looking for the roar and the door to Zelda, but in this case, we also need to go down all these stairs until we find the silvers. Can't kill Ganon without those silver arrows.
Now, are you the type to dig as much as a level 9 before you're blocked and have to go downstairs, or do you just throw yourself downstairs and hope you get lucky?
Well, it depends on the situation. If I'm in his shoes right here where I need the silvers, I would go down every stair I come across and come out the other side, because that rules out 2 staircases for you. If I already had the silvers, I wouldn't do that. I would just keep searching until I came to a dead end before I took a stair.
That's fair.
And when the level looks kind of like this one looks like, I would try to get myself up into the top there of the A column, or over in the top left and top right, because, I don't know, it just seems like a lot of times that's where Ganon or the princess or the silvers are hiding, up in those little corners.
Yeah, I mean, a compass would be nice, or even a hint from the old man would be nice, too.
Yeah, that's true. The hint in this would be pretty helpful to tell you which direction to search.
And the enemy set here in 9 doesn't look too bad. And you got moblins and you don't see any whiz robes or dark nuts.
Yeah, certainly nothing that's going to cause a problem when you have the red ring and mags.
And Kefka's having a heck of a time here in level 8 trying to find this bow.
Yeah, I think basically the same thing that happened to Sir Link-a-Lot, so just evening things out.
And we got a compass for, so we know where the princess is.
There's the wrong item for Kefka.
Sure, Kefka's got a few words that are not Z1R friendly.
That's for sure. Yeah, Sir Link-a-Lot's still sticking with his strategy of just peeking in these staircases and not taking any of them, but for all you know, you walked into the other end of several staircases you would have already seen. And then, you don't really need to clear those rooms then.
And here's the bow for Kefka. Yep, I was right. It was in the E, but I put the wrong E.
Alright, and it does look like he's going to wind up being probably about 5 minutes behind getting into 9. Which is not insurmountable, but it's tough. Sir Link-a-Lot has got a lot of coverage of this level already. But it does look like that top section there, because that old man is there, is completely blocked off, so only transports can take you up there.
Oh, he's going back into 4?
He's going to 4, no. Oh well. That's going to really hurt him, because he doesn't even have the bait. He's going to be bait blocked out of here.
Well, this might be. If he gets bait blocked, he might just gamble 9.
Well, I think that he saw everything else, right? So it's not even gambling 9. If he, well, I guess it's gambling on this one, yeah. But I would have done it anyway. It's a 2/3 chance that it's in 9. Okay, actually, now I'm not even certain that the bait was 100% mandatory. He did clear that room, but maybe it was over here to the right.
And Zelda's not home in her room. And we have Ganon, but we don't have the silver ship.
Yeah, like I said, I would have checked these corners, right? Ganon and the princess are both there. I think it might be time for Sir Link-a-Lot to start taking some stairs. The silvers could be up in that top part that was blocked off.
Or they could be right here under this dig dogger, and that'd be funny if it was.
Or that could be the transport that brings you up there. Okay, so I think Kefka has determined that the item there is bait blocked. Hopefully he's just going to go to 9 and not go buy that bait.
And there's the red candle.
Nah, it looks like he's buying the bait. There's the silvers right next to him.
Yep, this is probably GG.
Yeah, Kefka's just not on the right trail here. Wasn't Ganon to the north of there, though? Why is Sir Link-a-Lot going the other way?
He has to go through a transport to get back there.
Ah, okay.
Nice
All right.
stunning.
Yep, gets him killed quickly. Just got to walk 2 rooms and this thing's over. There's the door, everyone. Get your GGs in chat for Sir Link-a-Lot. It's going to be 1 game to 1 game, so there's going to need to be a game 3 in this series.
He's got a race time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 39 seconds.
Kefka finds the heart. I wonder what he had to say then.
Let's see if we can get Link-a-Lot in for an interview.
Yeah, under 10 minutes in level 9 there. I think he got in at, what do we say, 101.10? Took about 9 minutes to 30 seconds.
And we welcome in Sir Link-a-Lot. GG.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on that seed?
I felt like I was getting really lucky early on. Checking Death Mountain like I did, and then finding 2 and 3, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave. I'll come back later if I need to. And then there ended up being nothing up there, so I kind of got to skip that. That helped a lot. That hint for the bow helped out a lot. Knowing it was behind a feat of strength, and then as soon as I found 9 and 5, I knew it's like, all right, well, the bow has to be back in 8, so we're going back there to look for 8. I wish I could have killed that Patra in 7 when I stumbled on that room. That felt bad when I got that compass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
but-
opponent spent way too much time trying to kill that Patra, unfortunately.
Yeah, I died and I didn't, I ran out of bombs, so I didn't know my way through 7, so I'm like, I'll leave, I'll come back, it's right next to 6, I have a recorder, it's not a big deal. Ended up, went and cleared everything else, so I'm like, alright, I'll see if I can find the item here too, because it might be my silvers still technically at that point, but found the magic key, I think it was. I was like, that's not what I wanted to see. And then, yeah, finding the compass, that was... My heart sank a little bit there. I'm like, if I could have got that Patra kill, this would have felt a lot better, but...
Yeah, but when you came back there, you had the red ring, and I think you had mags at that point. Made it a lot easier. Neo Kefka tried to do that fight a bunch of times with the wood sword, and he had blue ring, and it didn't go his way.
Yeah, knowing, the blue Wizrobes were there, I didn't know if I was going to have to go through that blue Wizrobe room again. That's why I was like, I found the red ring. I was like, okay, I'll take that. And I got Megs. I'm like, okay, I'm fine in 7 at this point. Would have loved to find the letter to have a potion for safety, but, I would have grabbed the potion on the 4th take but that was my 10th heart. I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting another heart, and I want Megs for 7 potentially, so we'll make it work.
Yeah, and you might not have wanted to find the magic key then, but at least it gave you knowledge that silvers were in 9.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea. Was one of those. I wish this would have just been silvers, because I could have went in and killed Ganon instead. It's like, all right, I know it's in 9. I've either gotten hints or I've seen everything else. So let's go find wherever silvers are. And went the wrong way on 9 and just checked everything.
Yeah, and the letter, if you're curious, was actually under the waterfall.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot I got to skip as far as Overworld. I think that's the least I've been able to check on Overworld for a while. Especially having, all of everything unlocked.
Now, we were discussing your strategy on 9 a bit. We noticed that you pushed the blocks and you looked down the stairs, but you never really took them until you had to. Had you considered going down those stairs, coming out the other side, so you're not clearing the other room as well?
Kind of, but then I'm going all over the place in 9, and I was trying to be a little bit more thorough. Just in the thought started more crossing my mind when I saw the old man room that Neo Kefka was just in, knowing okay, There are 4 rooms up there that are behind a magic staircase. That might be where it is, and I might have to take a magic staircase now. But just seeing how much of 9 was available, it's just like, I can go through it. And I was kind of counting how many I was getting. Like there was when I finally started finding the item staircases, I only had 4 staircases left to find. So like it's a 50-50 shot. This is an item, and then I found the candle first. I'm like, of course I find the candle first.
Yeah, you always
Having
do.
the- Yeah, I mean, having the path up to Ganon and Zelda right away, that I felt good. Like I didn't, I wish I would have had silvers first, but knowing like, all right, I've got my path to Ganon and Zelda. I just need to find out wherever these silvers are and get back to it. I don't know if there was potentially maybe a way that you could have bombed up there. As there were things I didn't check rooms next to it, but having that magic staircase like immediately there, that felt pretty good.
Now you pushed to game 3. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good about it. It was sorry about not doing the interview. It was just I DM'd Neo Kefka later in the evening because after the race I went and took a nap. I was coming home from a business trip. I had a lot going on the way home from the business trip that just it wasn't anything with losing or anything like that. I was just bitter and frustrated because of what was going on in real life, and I didn't want to hop into an interview sounding all bitter and stuff like that and kind of take away from him winning because of that. And to me, that just wouldn't have been fair to him. So I was like, I'm just gonna bypass the interview. We'll do game 2. Hopefully, we can make it to game 3 because I think most of, not all of the round of 16 games have been best of or have went to game 3, or like almost all of them except one now. So exciting time for Rookie Rumble.
Unfortunately for Kefka here, he's run out of bombs now in 9 as well.
Yeah, and definitely gonna need at least one because I remember Ganon hiding behind that.
Well, there's a pack on the ground, just when he needed it.
Yeah, the enemy set in 9 was not too terrible at all.
No, yeah, I was just going through 9. I'm like, this is easy. I was waiting for Wizrobes or something like that, and yeah, just moblins, gels like this. Okay, can all 9s be like this, other than maybe just having silvers right away?
I'm not sure. We didn't see any Dark Nuts, did we?
No, I did not see Dark Nuts. No, or maybe in the one room. I might have saw the Dark Nuts in like that bottom left room. That was the shoot room, but I didn't care about them because I'm like, I am looking for staircases and a roar in the door, and if I don't see a shutter door or a potential stair, like I'm leaving.
Unfortunately, Kefka is following pretty much the same pathway you did, I think, of exploring everything before he finds them.
Any final thoughts?
I mean, it was a good race. I'm glad we pushed it to game 3. I know everybody loves to see game 3s when we're coming to tournaments, so hopefully we need to discuss. I know it's going to be probably, I would assume, sometime tomorrow. We haven't discussed it yet, but I'm sure we'll get in the channel, if not discuss it when he comes back, and get game 3 on the books, so that way it can hopefully get a restream, because I'm sure everybody will want to watch that one.
And it looks like Kefka does DNF. So let's get your GGs in chat for Kefka. Let's see if he wants to come in for an interview.
It does look like he will be joining us.
GG's, Kefka.
GG's.
GG's.
I knew I routed that wrong. I knew it. I felt it. Oh, man.
How'd you feel when you went into 4 and you saw that bait block?
Not only did I see the bait block, but I found 3 other potential push stairs that didn't push, along with like my 5th Patra of the seed, I do believe, something along those lines. And then none of the blocks pushed. And I was like, okay, well, thank goodness there's a bait shop right next to 4, just, a couple screens away. And I got the money to buy it, so that's nice. It was when I saw the heart down in there that I knew that it was pretty much over. I was hoping that silvers were going to not be in 9 like it was last time, and that, I actually didn't gamble on them being in 9. But yeah, the second I saw that heart, I knew I was out of luck.
Yeah, had you gone straight to 9 instead of to 4, you probably would have gotten in there about 5 minutes behind Sir Link-a-Lot. But at that point, yeah, it was more like 10.
And I was so rushed as well that once I got out of there, I didn't bother to double back and refill on bombs. So I went in the 9 with like 3 bombs out of a possible 12. And I mean, they were just a couple screens from start and fairly cheap. I mean, I still had the rubies to pick some up. I could have went in with a full complement of 12, but instead I went in with 3, and sure as the world, there was just bomb wall after bomb wall that I couldn't check. And yeah, I ended up taking about 4 different transfers, never saw an item. And so I was just like, all right, I covered the whole left side of the map from top to bottom. And the only thing I walked away with right there at the end was the compass for Zelda. I still never found the silvers or Ganon, so everything must have been on the right side of the map. So yet again, went left, should have went right. But that's the way she goes.
Yep. Yeah, Ganon and the princess were in the northeast, and then the silvers were in the southeast.
That makes sense, because I covered everything on the west side for darn sure. So, yep. Once I took that last transfer and it popped me over on the left-hand side in those 3 rooms and they netted me nothing, I was just like, yeah, let me check and see. I'm approaching an hour 20. There's no way that, Link is that far behind like that. And I saw that he finished like 7 minutes ago. I was like, okay, cool, no worries.
I will admit one of your issues was level 7 fighting that Patra over and over again. Me and Bort were saying you should have came back with the with the mags, and it would have been a lot easier.
I don't think I had 10 hearts at the time. I had 9.
You didn't, but you still needed to go into 5, and you would have found the other heart there. You would have also found the red ring, and you would have been able to come back with mags at that point. And I think you still also needed to try from 8 at that point as well, which you probably would have found the heart there as well. And 7 was kind of over in the direction of 9, so really would have been on the way to get it right before you go to 9.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It was just more determination than anything. It's just that I saw that blue Wiz Road room first, and I kind of noped out of it. I was like, I got a lot of other rooms to still look through, a lot of other possibilities. If it forces me back to that Wiz Road room, then sure, that's what it is. When it did, I was like, okay, this might not go so well. I don't think I had a potion, and still wood sword blue ring at the time with it. And so I was just like, well, maybe I can just kind of get lucky, bomb my way through. I died, and I was like, nope, okay, we're getting a potion, we're getting 12 bombs, we're visiting the ferry, we're not failing again, for a 3rd time essentially. And you notice I burned the Triforce once it was done.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yep, that's yeah, nah, that annoyed the heck out of me. That Triforce needed the burn.
What's funny is Linkalot got into that room a lot sooner, but he didn't have the compass, so he didn't know that the Triforce was in there.
Oh, nice. Yep, once I got the compass and I saw where that Triforce was, and I knew that Wizrobe room was still a potential push, I was like, oh, so that's my transfer. And I was like, okay, no big deal. I got through it, and I think when I first time I popped in with that Patra, I only had like 2.5 hearts. and I was just spamming both buttons for the wand and the sword and got like half of them gone. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I have a prayer. And then it was like 2 bops back to back and done. I was like, oh, that means I'm going to have to fight that Wizard room again. So yeah, I knew that set me back a lot. And then I'm glad I did go back and redig 8 though. Because obviously that's where the bow was. I knew there was a good chance silver or bow was in 8 by the time I got the 8. And I knew for sure that 1 was the fairy lake thing. And so I was like, all right, I'll finish up with 8 here. I knew from the hints that the boomerang was one of the items in 1. And so I was like, maybe, hopefully, I'll get the bow or the silvers in 8, and then the other one will be laying on the floor or whatever in 1, and I'll be good to go. Like, that'll be that. Go straight to 9, we'll be okay. And when I only found 1 of the 2, I was like, well, 4's a lot smaller than 9, so, and I can just record her there right quick. I better check it out, because I don't want to have to just assume they're in 9, dig that out for 20 minutes, and find out that they were back in 4. So I wasted a lot of time doing all of that.
Yeah, I mean, you never really know for sure where they're going to be, but there was at that point a 66% chance the silvers were in 9, so I probably would have gone that way. But did you forget about the hint for the bow? We were wondering that because there was a hint that the bow, you needed a feat of strength to get the bow. 8 was a push block, so you should have known the bow was an 8.
Oh no, 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 no! To me, a feat of strength is the power bracelet to push one of the 4 spots on the overworld. Hence, why once I got the power bracelet off the coast, you saw me immediately run and recorder to all 4 PB places across the world. I thought there was a power
Yeah.
block dungeon because of that.
But the grave, you could have been right, but the grave also counts as a push block in that sense.
See, I don't think about that because of the fact that you don't need a power bracelet to use it, so that's not a feat of strength in my mind. So yeah, I was like, oh, cool. So, and when I heard the I think it was like play a melody to get the magic boomerang or something like that, I knew that that meant either Recorder Lake or a dig dogger was guarding it. And seeing how I saw almost no dig doggers the entire seed, but I found a plethora of petras, I was like, okay, it has to be underneath the lake. And when I was in 8, I saw the Aquamentus is by a lake, and that guaranteed it for me. I was like, okay, that I know exactly where 1 is now. I'll dig that here real super quick after I'm done with 8. So, yeah. But just a few mistakes here and there, a couple extra deaths that, set me back, and deciding to dig an extra dungeon that didn't need to be. Might have helped make it a lot closer, but yeah, I knew the dagger was in the heart when I saw that heart in the floor staircase in 4. So
Yeah, from the beginning, Sir Link-a-Lot found some dungeons and got some Triforces really early and had a Triforce lead for most of the time. But you got the blue ring and the wand much earlier. I don't think Sir Link-a-Lot got the wand until like 40 minutes in. So you had it much earlier, and you had the book as well. So like you had that advantage, and we're slowly catching up, but it just wasn't quite enough.
yeah, my tracker shows that I had the book, wand, blue ring, recorder, and ladder with 3 Triforces by about the 22-minute mark. I felt really good then. I was also sitting on about 7 hearts at the time as well. Then I have a huge gap from like the 22-minute mark till the 40-minute mark before I really started to pick up stuff again. And then between the 40 and the 1 hour, it's just a plethora of mags, red ring, 5 Triforces, couple more hearts. Like everything between that 40-minute and the 1 hour mark was a lot of catch up for me, which made me feel decent because I was like, well, I might still be getting in the 9 by the 1 hour. And then I made the mistake of digging into 4, and that just set me really, really far behind.
Well, and if you had that gap from 20 to 40 minutes, that's the time where you could have closed the gap with Sir Link-a-Lot completely, having that advantage, that combat advantage in the maps.